If you are a business owner and you're wondering, I wonder if my employees are being as productive as possible, then I have an amazing resource that I'm gonna share with you that I've used with hundreds of employees amongst different businesses, so you can know for certain that you have the most productive, high quality employees who are doing what they're supposed to do, and you can have clear accountability with them. And if you want this document, then you can download it at the end. It's right here below. Hey, my name is Taylor. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Essentially, I document all the best business practices that I'm using in the businesses that we consult for right now, and we share them here for free. Let's get into this today, and I want to start with a little bit of a story, okay? This may be something that you've experienced yourself. But let's say you hired somebody and everyone's excited and they're like, oh, I'm gonna come in and crush it, like just wait and see. And in your interview, you were like, hey, what's like your biggest downfall or thing that you can work on? They're like, I just work too much. They're in the business, they've been here for a little bit, maybe they've been here for several months, and you're just kind of wondering, I wonder if he is still doing stuff. I don't know. It seems like he's doing stuff. I see him on the meetings, and I see an email from him from time to time. I don't know though how to like talk to him and ask him like, hey, what's all the stuff you're doing? Because I don't want to offend him and make him think that I don't think he's doing anything. Okay, if this story sounds familiar, I've heard it a number of times, and what I started doing that was super helpful for people internally on our team is simply an employee time study. And it's really, really simple. And I'm gonna show you this time study. You can download it below, or you can go to thesalesmachine.net/free resources. I'm gonna walk you through this document, and essentially, if you wanna know if your employee is actually being productive and they're doing what they're supposed to do, the way that you tee this up is you schedule a meeting. You're like, hey, I just want to touch base real quick. Can you meet tomorrow for 15 minutes? Cool. You open the meeting, you do your, hey, how's it going? How's your day? Hey, so look, the reason why I wanted to meet, and you basically bolster their ego. So Jessica, look, you are one of the best people on our team, and we appreciate everything that you're doing. I actually want to make sure that we're utilizing you in the best way possible, so that way you're continuing to grow and you're in the right spot in the business to help the business continue to grow. And because I'm flying a little bit blind, because I know how much you do, what's gonna help me, as opposed to me peeking over your shoulder all the time, is I'm gonna have you do a time study. That way I can make sure we're best utilizing your skills in the business right now. Could I go over that with you? So you present this as something that benefits the business. You don't want the conversation to be like, hey, I don't know if you're working very hard, and I honestly don't think you're doing that much work. If you do it that way, it's not gonna go well, and they might lie about what they're doing on the time study. You wanna present this in a way that makes them feel like this is a net benefit for them and for the business, okay? Plus, it'll make you feel better about having this conversation. So let me explain this. Essentially, you're gonna just give them a time study for a week, okay? And I have 9 hours from 8 to 5. Obviously, if they're 9 to 5 or different hours and it's an 8-hour day, totally fine. If it's part-time, then they only do part of this. That's easy. Essentially, it's broken up into 15-minute blocks. So on day 1, there's 4 blocks per hour for 8 hours or 9 hours. We mostly want to document what's happening in a 15-minute block. So just tell them that, like, look, if you had a meeting from 8:30 to 9:30, well, then you're gonna do 4 rows that are all the same color, yellow, for meeting. And then you're gonna say in the task detail what the meeting was about. Who was it with? What did you guys talk about? You guys will see there the task type, right? So was it a meeting? Was it a task? Was it a strategy? Or was it communication? So look, guys, communication is like emails, Slack. So if you guys have a communication platform, text, you know, there's just a lot of communication that you guys have to stay up to date with inside your businesses. So you would do communication as the task type, And then, okay, were you on Slack? You were checking email. Strategy is more ideation and creative thinking time. So this is gonna be more for your director level, maybe management level, but director level or like C-suite, people who have to do more strategic type of tasks. Maybe your marketing director, they're gonna have hours where they're strategizing like, hey, we might wanna open up advertising in a new platform. And so they're mind mapping, figuring out how they're gonna deploy that. Task is doing the work itself. So it's like if you have a customer support person who's supposed to be responding to support tickets, then they'd have green. So that's really simple. And then meetings are, you met one-on-one with an employee or someone internally. It was in a department meeting. Or it was client-facing meeting. So you're meeting with a client because you have like an account management type of role. Same if you're a salesperson, this would be a sales meeting, right? So your salespeople, you better hope you see a lot of yellow every day. And you better really not see any strategy, blue. Hopefully this makes sense, but this way, you're gonna have them fill it out for a week. So for 5 days, a 5-day work week. All the tasks, put the color, and then the task detail explaining what that task was. And then guys, at the bottom, once you receive this from the employee, you will count up the 4 different buckets. And then you'll have a percentage out of those 160 total blocks. You have a percentage of what they're doing. Now you'll be able to have a very clear snapshot over a week. Okay, this person says they're doing 100 blocks of task, and that makes no sense based on the productivity I'm seeing from them. This is gonna shed a lot of light on what the employee is doing versus your expectation of what you thought they were doing. And what's good about this is now you have a hard factual document. After they do the time study, you come back to a meeting and you can ask questions, and it's the open door to a conversation now to problem solve around stuff. Because maybe there was just a miscommunication between you, the entrepreneur, the manager, and the employee. They're like doing all this like strategy time, and you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't pay you to be a strategist. I pay you to do stuff, and I need to see you doing more stuff. That's on me though. I should have been more clear about that. If you do more stuff, I think that's why the numbers have been lower in terms of the productivity I was seeing, which is on me. Now, does it make sense that you really shouldn't be spending time on strategy? They're like, yes, holy crap, thank you so much. And it creates this amazing relationship that builds more trust, more rapport, more clarity and communication, which is gonna make your whole business feel so much easier and better, and your employee retention is gonna go up, your employee productivity is gonna go up, and just everyone's happiness and sense of joy around the work environment. Hopefully this made sense, and if this was truly helpful and another entrepreneur or a business person or a manager who could really use this tool in their business, please share it with them. All I'm trying to do is document these business practices that we're using with businesses that we consult and that are portfolio companies that we have vested interest in and equity in. But I'm trying to just share these with you guys out there. And so it would mean a lot if you could share it with somebody that you feel like could find use in this as well. Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.